Hello YouTube, Jojo here, and welcome to a quick little video on why I play Infiltrator in Planetside 2. So, as you may have guessed from at least 80% of the gameplay on my channel, I am a big fan of the Infiltrator class in Planetside 2. And I just kind of wanted to explain why I like Infiltrator so much and maybe make you want to give it a try if you haven't done so already. So the first incredibly obvious reason for playing Infiltrator is, of course, the cloak. I love the cloak for a fair few reasons. It's not just because you can go invisible, it's what you can do with it. I've always been more of a fan of flanking in FPS games. I like to get around my enemies. I like to kind of outsmart them and outsmart the battle rather than just rely on smashing my head against theirs and hoping that I win. But the other major reason I like the cloak is that it's just cool. I've always been a big fan of futuristic games. I love games where I can pretend that I'm hundreds or thousands of years in the future using crazy space tech to kill people. And to me at least, in Planetside 2, the cloak is the closest thing you get to that feeling. And I mean, I know cloaking devices are in hundreds of games, but it still seems to get me in every game I play. I don't know if it's just me, but just the very idea of it is really cool. So another major reason that I like Infiltrator is that in general it takes a little bit more thought than the other classes. Now, I'm not bashing the other classes, they're all very hard to play and all require a great deal of skill to do well. However, Infiltrator is the only class that I've ever found I really have to think about what I'm doing for. I mean, it's almost become second nature now, but I still find myself planning out little routes to go and how I'm going to get my enemies by surprise. And that's an experience that I don't really find I get with other classes. However, despite you having to plan out and think through what you're going to do as Infiltrator, it's also a very fast-paced playstyle, as once you actually get into the close quarters behind enemy lines, very quickly you're having to move around a lot, you've got to quickly acquire targets and kill them, and it's just really fast. And that's another thing that I really enjoy in FPS games. I really like fast-paced close quarters gameplay, so Infiltrator gives me my fix for that as well. Despite my love for close quarters murder, I also really enjoy sniping with Infiltrator. Now, you don't see a lot of content like that on my channel, mostly because it's really dull to watch. But there's something really calming and therapeutic about sitting on a rock half a kilometer away from the fighting, just scoping in and just popping people's heads off, gently murdering while sipping tea. It's just a really fun way to de-stress. Now, me being wonderful and balanced, I couldn't tell you all these wonderful things about Infiltrator without touching on its negatives, and in all honesty, there's only really two negatives to Infiltrator. The first is the horrible situation where you pop a medkit and cloak again and your health goes back down to 0 because of server lag. This is probably down to my horrific internet connection, but it is really annoying. The second point about Infiltrator is it's stupidly hard to get into. It's a bit tough to get used to, but that's not why it's hard to get into as a new player. It's hard to get into because it costs so damn much. To get anything for close quarters Infiltrator, the cheapest thing you're gonna get is 650 certs, which is in all honesty an insanely high startup cost for a new player. But I guess everything has its drawbacks. So now you know why I love Infiltrator. Now, if you haven't already tried Infiltrator, especially close quarters Infiltrator, I could not recommend it more. It's the kind of thing that you'll either like or you don't like, but if you like it, you'll absolutely adore it. So please, pick up that SMG, get your cloak on, and give it a go. Thank you for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, please feel free to give it a like. Also, if you have any thoughts on what I've been saying, or your own thoughts on Infiltrator, or just thoughts on the video itself or what I'm doing, please feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to know what you guys think. And finally, if you'd like to help support the channel, as well as see new videos as I get them out, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye from Jojo.